Hi everybody, it is Calxiyn and Hunter here, and today we are going to be talking about Adam again. So I hope that if you guys enjoy this video, you guys will become patrons over on Patreon and join our Discord server.
Do you know how many Adam videos we've done so far?
A lot. In the past month, like
I
5.
thought I was gonna walk in here and you were gonna be like, let's watch My Hero Academia. And I'm like, yeah, you know what I could use today? When, things haven't been going great. I could use, like, a feel-good show.
No.
And then you're like, you know what we should actually do, Hunter? I'm like, what? More Adam.
Okay.
You see that hole? Start digging.
This is important, okay?
You better shill. I won't let you out of the cave.
I want to talk about Adam.
I know that. I know that. That's
and
that whole opening.
I want to talk about how Adam is unnecessary, okay? And, like, I feel like that this may work better as a rewrite, but I just want to, like, I don't understand, okay? Did you need Sienna, Ilya, and Adam? Like, why are we not combining some of these people together? Because to me, it just seems unnecessary to have all of them.
You could have combined, like, Velvet and Ilya, kind of. I've talked about that before.
We talked about combining Sun and Velvet as well as two characters.
Yes.
But like,
yes, that's what we did.
Yeah, so not Ilya and Velvet, but
because that just made it so that Velvet didn't seem so wasted.
Yeah.
But then again, they're writing novels about her now, so I'm probably okay with that.
Anyway, so here's the thing,
yes,
alright? I have my own idea of maybe how things could have gone without having Sienna as a character, keeping Ilya, but at the same time, I don't even know if Ilya is so much, like, I understand that Ilya's role is very different than Adam, but at the same time, you could combine Ilya and Adam's role as well.
Ilya's role is to die and to...
Ilya?
Sorry,
well,
rather
she's not
Sienna.
dead yet.
Sienna's role is to die.
But she doesn't need to die. Basically, I have an idea, okay? And it would tie in better with the Beauty and the Beast inspirations, so...
Man, fuck those fairy tale inspirations. He was like, oh, she's like Red Hood. Because she has a red hood, guys. Get
you mean
it?
Little Red Riding
Get
Hood?
it? Get it? And then everyone's like, yes, but also, like, this will happen, and this will happen, and this will happen, and this will happen, and this will happen.
But it's been happening.
This will happen, and this will happen. I think you've, like, beautiful-minded it, that you see patterns that aren't actually there.
Okay.
Like, you're a paranoid.
So let's talk.
Yes.
So instead of killing Sienna, here's what we could have done.
Okay.
Alright? The same stuff could have happened, like, with Adam killing that guy to save Gira, and him, like, being really disappointed that Gira's not respecting him, like, stuff like that, right?
So what would you would have had Gira be the leader of the White Fang?
Yeah, well, he was the leader of the White Fang.
But yeah, continued to be the leader of the White Fang.
Not exactly. So basically, he would be the leader of the White Fang in sort of the clip that we saw, right? But then, what would happen was, is that Adam killed Gira to get rid of him while he was dating Blake, alright? Because, Gira wasn't taking the White Fang in the direction we wanted, and so he got rid of him, and then he became leader, also by virtue of, like, being with Blake, you know what I mean? That Blake was sort of like, well, my dad's gone, my mom doesn't want to, yeah, it's sort of like a royal, like, hierarchy, like, Adam's the king now because the last king is dead. But anyway, I know it's not exactly like that, but still. So, the reason why, then, Blake would leave the White Fang isn't just because Adam is becoming a monster, but then she finds out that he killed Gira, and so she leaves. And so, I think that would do a couple things.
And
that
would be good motivation.
You still get Adam as leader. You still get Blake hiding from him and having a very valid reason to, because he killed her dad and is hunting down the rest of her family, right? Gives her an explanation for also why she would want to go to combat school, just because, like, she wants to be able to first make up for her mistakes, but also defend herself in the event, sort of thing. It gives a lot of room for her to be paranoid when she talks to Sun, because a lot of people said that Blake didn't have a valid reason for running away, and so what if...
I think murder is a valid reason for running away.
Well, yeah, I know, but...
I'm like, I shacked up with a genocidal lunatic.
Yeah.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
And I agree, I think that she does, but if you need a clear reason, you could have had him get rid of Gira before the volume even started, have that, like, sort of be revealed.
Then what would the black trailer have been?
The black trailer, I guess...
Like, the assassination, like, her escaping?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So you could have had, like, Adam, you could say that Adam got rid of Gira, Blake maybe, like, witnessed it, and he didn't know, and so she sort of ran off. she could do that as well. And then Adam started spreading the rumor that humans did it. You know what I mean? And that could even fit into the thing that she has with Blake.
Also,
or
then,
the
like,
thing that
why
Blake has
would-
with Weiss, because they could say that Schnee Dust Company personnel got rid of Gira, and Weiss would be like, my family is, like, innocent this time, alright? They've done bad things in the past,
Listen,
but, like, this time we
assassinate-
didn't do it.
Like, we've Malcolm X'd a few motherfuckers, but we did not Malcolm X this motherfucker.
You know, and then Blake would be like, yeah, Weiss, I know, because I know the truth. Like, you know, if she witnessed it. If she didn't and she found out in Volume 3, she would be mad at Weiss and then forgive Weiss later. So there's a couple different routes that you could go with this. Anyway, my point is Sienna doesn't need to exist. You could have had Adam already leading the White Fang, right? He could have been hunting down Blake in Volume 4 because he knows that Blake, you know, knows and wants to, like, get rid of her, or else she'll try to, like, you know, overthrow him and all that stuff. So basically sort of like the Volume 4 stuff already. Blake runs home to Menagerie to kind of tell her mom what the fuck is going on. You know what I mean? Yang still gets her arm cut off, all that stuff. And then in Volume 5, you just have Adam sort of leading instead of killing off Sienna. Like, I think
that...
that...
Yeah, that's fair.
I love Sienna, okay? Like, it's nothing against Sienna as a character. I just think with RWBY having a show... Or, RWBY is a show with too many characters, to some extent, right? And so, if you wanted to sort of... I don't want to say get rid of some characters, but if you wanted to, like, condense the cast size while also sort of improving on motivations that we already have. It would also, again, like I mentioned, it would sort of fit in with the Beauty and the Beast thing. Like, the thing that the Beast does is he entraps the father, and then in the Beauty and the Beast, like in the Disney version, he lets the father go. In some versions, the father just goes off and dies. Like, there isn't really, we don't ever hear from him again. So it's like one of those things. You know what I mean? And so maybe it's not necessarily Adam that is unnecessary, but it's sort of how Adam's characterization has sort of come to the place that he is.
Also, dare I say that, like, certain aspects of his character, like his ongoing character traits, could be lost without, like, his origins being what they were. You miss out on having Gira, which I just like him. He's so fun and cuddly.
I think though, to some extent, like, I think he would...
It would switch up, like, where would Blake go to after Volume 3, like...
Exactly. Would she go home to Menagerie knowing that Adam is hunting down her family? Is her mom in hiding? What the fuck is going on? You know what I mean?
Does she go to try to find her mom? I mean, I guess, like, it's somewhat interesting.
And the other thing is, too, is that means that we see Adam right away as a threat. I mean, a lot of people thought he was cool, and a lot of people thought...
yeah, but a lot of people are just fucking, like, because he has a long coat and he has a samurai sword.
A lot of people thought he was cool or whatever.
And they're a bunch of fucking weebs, and they bounced on it.
Obviously, he cut off Yang's arm, right? But I'm saying that this could be, like, Blake has seen her family die before. She doesn't want that same thing to happen to Yang, because a lot of people are like, well, you know, like, Blake doesn't necessarily, and I know I don't necessarily agree with those people that say that she doesn't have a valid reason. Like, I think her reasons are her reasons, and that's sort of it.
I think that's a pretty valid reason.
But I'm saying that this would give her, if anything, more validity and something that she has been sort of struggling with the entire time. And again, it could fit into the conflict with, like, Blake and Weiss, because maybe Weiss's family is sort of being framed for Gira's assassination. That's causing sort of I don't want to say a race war, but you know what I mean.
A race war,
you know what I mean? And, like, tensions are uneasy. That could fit in with all the stuff that happens in Volume 3. Like, it could just all tie in together. And sort of still show, like, the Faunus discrimination, I guess, to an extent. Like, because that would sort of unearth Schnee Dust Company's other crimes. And so, like, you know, if the rumor has it that, like, Schnee Dust Company killed Gira, obviously people would sort of investigate into the company and see maybe some of the other shady shit that they're doing, and so that would also show the audience at least one aspect of how the Faunus are discriminated against. But yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, I don't think Adam is unnecessary. I think it's unnecessary to have Adam and all of these other characters that could fit into Adam. Like, it's like one of those Russian dolls. Like, you open it and there's another one. Like, you know, we could just have one doll. Just one pretty well-made doll instead of little wooden dolls inside of each other. You understand what I mean? Is that a bad analogy?
That was a forced metaphor, but
was it a bad
the
metaphor?
alternate version of Blake's character and Blake's history and Adam's character, that would be interesting.
Yeah, and I would like to do, like, a rewrite just for me.
This is why we have
if that makes
fiction.
sense. Like,
Dude,
I would like to do a
fucked.
RWBY rewrite, kind of like Unicorn of War. A couple people have asked about it. But this is less of a rewrite and more of like, maybe they should have done this.
There's been a few, like, Volume 1, 2 rewrites just through fan fiction.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
It's a staple.
I feel like, again, like I said, this would make Adam very, like, threatening from the very beginning, because obviously he's, not afraid to, like, then when we see him go after Yang, it's like, yikes, like, we know what happened to Gira, like, how's Yang making it out of this, you know what I mean? Again, it would do the Blake, Weiss dynamic that I talked about. Volume 4 would be very different, I think, because, you know, Blake has sort of all the reason to be scared, like, her dad's dead, her partner's arm got cut off, like, she has to find her mom before it's too late, like, all of these stakes are sort of high, you know what I mean? But yeah. I don't know. It would be weird, though, for him to then run away in the forest like a pussy, though, like he did in Volume 5. Like,
I guess they would have to change that as well.
They would have to
I
change
don't know.
that a little bit.
I trust them that they are doing something interesting.
Yeah,
with it.
I
already
agree.
see them doing
here's
something
the thing,
interesting with,
is that we
like,
haven't seen Volume
Adam's
6 yet,
character.
and whenever I do rewrites, the thing is it's like...
It's almost like we don't know what the fuck we're talking about or something.
Whenever you do rewrites, the thing is you don't know how the future is going to pan out, and so changing something in the past may affect it. Like, if you... I don't know if this is a good example.
Butterfly effect of
Yeah,
the plot.
exactly. But say Neo didn't exist. Like, we don't know Neo's role down the line, and so if we remove her, we could mess up the entire timeline, but then that kind of goes into having to rewrite again. You know what I mean? Like, it would be like Volume 6 maybe in its current state right now, whatever that state is, couldn't exist with whatever rewrite or alternate universe that we're talking about. And maybe that's fine. I don't know. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. So in conclusion, it's not necessarily that Adam is unnecessary, but it's more like Adam plus a couple other characters being around may be unnecessary altogether. So yeah. Can we agree on that, at least?
Sure.
Okay.
It's interesting alternate reality, I suppose.
But yeah.
You try your best.
Anyway,
Good.
we're gonna see you guys later. So bye. Hey everybody, thank you guys for watching this video, and thank you very much to our $10 patrons who get to request video topics for us to do every month. Thank you to our $5 patrons who get early access to all of our videos. And last but not least, thank you to our $1 patrons who get access to the Discord server, Patreon polls, all of that sort of stuff. And so if you guys want any of those perks, you guys should check out our Patreon. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.